Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we discuss what is arguably the best overall Madrid performance this season against Salzburg, I want to just say one quick thing about the Barcelona game. Um, well, if you guys have seen the channel at all, you guys know how much of a Madrid fan I am and that I hate Barcelona and everything they fucking stand for, basically. Um, and yes, they did not deserve to go away with to walk away with all 3 points. Everyone knows what happened in those final few minutes of the match. But what I will say is this: the referees have been fucking up unanimously throughout all of fucking Europe, right? So at the end of the day, yes, it should have been a foul, and it should Rafinha should not have been even allowed to just go on that breakaway that fucking ended up to that last goal. But listen, at the end of the day, it's it falls mostly on the fucking refs. Do I think Barcelona paid the refs? No, I fucking don't. Do I think the refs have just been fucking up universally throughout, not even just fucking Europe, so like worldwide? Yes. Yes. And it makes it just much more aggravating because VAR is there. If it wasn't there, right? Like if it was a few years ago before VAR, you know what? Yeah, man, it was a close call. The ref missed it, right? And even us as fans, we could accept that. Like we could accept that something was missed because it happened live and the ref does not have 100 eyes on the fucking field. But when you introduce something like VAR, there is no fucking excuse to have these things happen, man. And it's like I said, it's not Barcelona's fault because you've seen Madrid games, bro, like both against and in favor of us, right? We'll see and we'll be like, damn, like really, like how the fuck did they miss that, bro? Like, don't do they not have VAR? Like, what the hell's going on? And it's just the fact that the technology is there and they're still fucking up. Like, clearly, it just fucking boggles my mind. It just boggles my mind. Like, I don't understand, right? So I'm not blaming Barcelona. Right, at the end of the day, they're gonna take the 3 points, but I understand why Benfica fans would be fucking furious. But I think you're more like it'll pay off more to actually be mad and show how mad you are at the actual people who deserve it, as opposed to the Barcelona fans and Barcelona. Because at the end of the day, they walk away with 3 points gladly, and like I said, I just don't think it's on them. At that point, it's up to the refereeing and whoever was in charge of VAR, because like what the hell fucking happened, bro? Like it's there, bro. It's fucking there. Use it and use it right. Bro, I'm blind. I wear contacts, dude. If I can see that shit, you're telling me that these people can't? It's I don't know, man. It's insane. So they walked away with 3 points that I don't think they deserved. But at the end of the day, it's not their fault that they got those 3 points, right? At that point, it's shoddy ref job. It doesn't make any fucking sense, right? But yeah, that was a very quick rant. But now to Madrid. Like I said before, to me, this is arguably the best overall performance that I've seen them play. It's a pain in the ass how we can't just fucking keep a clean sheet to save our fucking lives. Kills me. But still, overall, I think it was a great performance. Mbappe's looking more and more like the player we thought he was. And listen, because if you've actually seen the videos, right, you notice that it's not the fact that he wasn't scoring, because up to this point, most of his up to the past 2 or 3 weeks, most of his goals have been penalties. That's literally just what happened the past 6 months. But everyone goes through goal scoring droughts, man. There was a point, I forgot what season it was. It might have been the 14-15 season, or maybe the 15-16 season, where both him and Luis Suarez were on the goal drought until January. Like, bro, it happens. It happens to the best of them. And it's true, it does happen. The difference is that Mbappe, before these past 2 or 3 weeks, was doing jack shit off the ball. And that was my biggest problem with him, bro. Because if you're not contributing, right, in the way that you normally do, you're killing Mbappe. You still have speed. You can still come back and help out on defense. You can still come back and take away some defenders with you to give other people the chance to go through on goal. And he wasn't doing any of that. Like yesterday, this happened, and I was like, all right, like if I start seeing more of this, I will fucking love it. Oh, actually, two things happened. One, out of nowhere, I didn't see where he came from or anything, but he just took the ball in his own half and he went forward with it. I was like, oh shit. Like that's the type of stuff that he should have been doing from the beginning of the season when he wasn't in such hot form. And then the second thing is, yeah, he lost the ball, right? Like deep into the opposition third. Immediately he went for it, right? Now, it was a toss up, but you know what happened? He put the defender under pressure who was going to go retrieve the ball, right? Because he just lost it. and then it ends up being a corner because Mbappe manages to kick the ball and it goes off the defender and it's a corner. That's the type of shit, man, that we needed to see from the beginning of the season. It has nothing to do with him scoring goals, bro. Like he was just standing around waiting for the ball to just be fed to him, and it was driving me fucking insane because that's what he was doing, bro. He was just waiting for Vinny to get the ball, and there was this one play, man, that I will not forget. That he was just standing there while Vinny was both putting pressure on three different people, bro. And he was just standing there waiting for Vinny to get the ball so he could get the ball from Vinny. And that shit drove me crazy. But now, 180, man, 180. I can't even say shit. Mbappe was easily, well, no. Vinny stepped up at the end. But to be honest, man, in it's both of Vinny's goals were amazing. But if I honestly had to rank them, I would say Rodrigo was number one. Mbappe was number two, and Vinny honestly was number three. To the point where when he subbed off Rodrigo and Mbappe, I was honestly surprised. I thought it should have been Vinny to go out to go off on the bench. You guys know how much I love Vinny. But then it hit me like, he's suspended for fucking in La Liga, so it makes sense that he's resting the people who are gonna play the next game and letting Vinny play out the game because he's gonna get to rest. He's gonna get to rest. Otherwise, I would have been very upset, and I would have been ranting about that substitution in an actual fucking rant. But yeah, man, Mbappe has been fucking killing it. Rodrigo's been killing it. There's only two wingers, right wingers in the world who I would take right now over Rodrigo. And the first one now is close. In the beginning of the season, I don't think it wasn't close. I think the first one is Mo Salah, right? And to me, that's the one that's close. Like right now, I take Rodrigo. But that's just going off form since the turn of the new year. Before that, easily Mohamed Salah, and the one who is inarguable, as much as it pains me to fucking say this, is Rafinha, because Rafinha has been on a fucking tear, on a tear. And if you guys remember exactly what was happening this summer, where all the Barcelona fans were begging Nico Williams to come and get Rafinha out of there. Yo, he is not just showing you off, but he is fucking giving you a reason for him to say "I told you so" at the end of the season, and just say, "Yo, look," and then you guys just have to stay the fuck shot because he is showing you off, and dude, I don't know what to say as far as wingers go. He's like, and I'm talking about overall, not just that should have been more clear. Not just right backs, like right wingers. Overall, I can't really think of much more because Vinny has been injured, but I don't think he's been as to Vinny level so far this season. Mbappe, we all know what's going on with Mbappe, or what I just said about Mbappe. So overall, man, just Rafinha has been on fire, man, everywhere. But yeah, dude, like it's up from defense going forward, which is an overall solid match. Bellingham had a great match, and listen, dude, as much as it would pay me to lose with Fede Valverde, his presence, his energy, everything he has in the midfield, dude, what other right backs do we have that could do the shit he does? Because it might not be his, but and there's a few players who could do this. He's one of them. He could play in almost any position in the field and be effective. And he proved that shit yesterday because when he wasn't right back, dude, it almost felt like he belonged there. Dude. He was hustling, dude. He all the energy that he has in midfield, he just concentrated that shit mostly on defense, and it was rock solid. Like I said, it's a pain in the ass how we can't keep a fucking clean sheet to save our lives, but still, overall, man, I don't really have much to say about the whole performance, man. Like it was solid. The defense was solid except for the fucking goal, right? Midfield was solid overall. Danny Ceballos is having a beast of a fucking season. The only thing is, and it's good to see Modric, but to be honest, I would like to see this formation, but instead of Modric, put in Guler next time. You know what I mean? Like give dude, Guler deserves minutes, man. He needs those minutes. He's a world class talent. And at this point, man, he's not getting the minutes he needs. At the very least, dude, if you're not gonna play him regularly, it kills me because usually when players go out on loan in Madrid, they don't come back and are just regular starters. But he is too good to be wasted on the fucking bench. And it was okay his first season, right? Because he came in, he was still new, he was still adapting. Like to me, I would still start Endrick a little bit more, but it's understandable, bro. It's his first season. He came from overseas. He's not completely overseas too, a completely different continent. Uh, like not it wasn't like he came from a different European league like Guler did. So Endrick to me his situation is like I said, I would start him a little bit more, but it's understandable. But Guler, bro, like I don't get it. Modric is 39 years old. As much as Modric is a legend, I love Modric to death. He like Guler deserves these minutes. Um, Yeah, man. Like it's hard to say anything else about the fucking match. Overall, I think it was the best match that we've played. I know it was against Salzburg, who then themselves are not doing that good in their own league, but dude, it was an overall solid performance. I don't know how many times I fucking said that, but that's what it was, dude. That's just what it was. We need to do more of this shit, and most importantly, man, especially in the league, because Barcelona, I don't know what the hell's going on with them against the smaller teams in La Liga. Those are the matches you have to win. Those are the matches we had to win. And this season, man, they've done us favor after favor after favor by just fucking up. And yes, now we're 7 points ahead, but imagine if we fucking capitalize on the other times that they fucked up. Imagine us going into the January or going into winter break 7 points ahead. We could have done some shit like that. Just because just based on how they were performing, man. They were dropping points to people who they should not have been dropping points to practically most of November and December. And we just did not capitalize it, bro. We didn't capitalize on it. We almost caught up, but we could have been caught up and then some, dude. And we would have been in an amazing situation. But, like, yeah, fuck it. That's the past. From now on, we just have to make sure that we do not drop points when when Atletico Madrid or Barcelona do us favors and they drop points, and especially against teams who we should not be dropping points against ourselves, because it's a combination of those two things, man. It was just wrecking us in the beginning of the season, but right now we're on good track, right? With that win, right now we're in a very comfortable spot in the Champions League. Some shit would have to happen with the other teams, but we can even finish in the top eight. Like that's a real possibility. We just have to go in there against Brest, and make sure they don't fucking fall on us to death. Nah. But you know what I'm saying? Like and we just have to go in there and win. And no matter if we win, no matter what, we're through to the knockout rounds. But it'd be a lot better to go through in the top eight. But yeah. So like I said, overall, guys, what are your thoughts on the game? I know it was like a weird video because like I can't really say much else, man. It was a solid performance overall. Goals from all three forwards. All three forwards played, great. And like I said, I know I said Vinny was the worst one out of the three, but that's not saying much. All three of them to me did great. But yeah, guys, like, so what do you guys think about? First of all, what do you guys think about the whole Barcelona situation? Because like I said, I don't blame them for walking away with the 3 points. At that point, I think it's mostly come down to the ref. Um, but and yeah, what do you guys think about Guler? Just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, man, I'll catch you in the next one. Laters.